Hi traders, welcome back to the channel. With this week coming to an end, we want to take a look at some trades that we took here at YONAYIELD Trading, as well as some good opportunities that we missed but the market presented according to our strategy. If you are not familiar with our trading strategy yet, then make sure to watch our last video, where we explained everything in detail. I see you after the intro. Welcome back. This week was definitely a nice trading week, and I will show you now the best opportunities that you could have found with our strategy. First, we will look at Euro USD, which we trade most of the time at YONAYIELD. To start, we need to take a glance at the monthly ATR, which is currently around 390 pips. This will be our worst case scenario, which should never manifest. If we are trading on a prop trading challenge, this distance would be our maximum daily loss limit. When working with a 100k account, where we can lose up to 5k, this would translate to a lot size around 1.2 to 1.3 lots for Euro USD. Keep in mind that we are allowed to scale in one time into a position with the same lot size, if the market goes against us, and that is why we always start off every position small. Next, we want to take a look at the weekly chart. Here we can clearly see that a new down thrust has started 2 weeks ago with the beginning of the new year. In this case, if the current running week turns also red, within the ongoing down thrust, we definitely want to prefer trading the short side. Perfect. Now, next we take a look at daily. Keep in mind, if daily and weekly align in the same direction, we can even expect trends to form on the smaller time frames. Now on daily, we can clearly observe a weakness candle which has formed last Thursday. This is nice, but not enough. However, as you can see guys, last Friday another red candle formed, confirming a down thrust on daily. Now, coming in on Monday, given that daily and weekly are both red and thrusting down, we want to watch out for short trades, that we either hold for only an intraday reversal, or even for a longer trend down, given that the bigger time frames are aligning short. Next, to prepare for Monday's session, we highlight the daily range of last Friday. Our strategy is to short pullbacks that pull back up into the Friday's daily range and preferably run up close to Friday's high point. Let's have a look at the smaller time frames to find good entries. Great! Now that we know the Friday's daily range and the direction of the bigger time frame biased, we are ready to execute some profitable trades on the 1-hour chart. As you can see, on Monday morning an engulfing signal to the short side was presented to us. At YONAYIELD Trading we took this signal. However, keep in mind that, yes, the price is close to the second and third standard deviation Bollinger Band zone, which is okay, but of course it would be better if the price was actually not only close to the zone but rather in the zone and perform a turnaround signal there. So if we take this trade, we might be early and would need to average into this position with a second trade, if it starts to run against us. Since we control our leverage with the monthly ATR, we can afford to average the price if needed, over a bigger distance, so if we really want to, we can take the trade here, and give it the room needed to unfold. Lastly, note that there is a significant high point about 20 pips higher, which was not stop hunted yet. Liquidity is resting behind this high point, which means an entry up there would be better. This high point is of course the last Friday's high, as you can see by our highlighted range in blue. Now for our targets, we can either go for an intraday reversal of 1 to 2 times the 1-hour ATR distance of 15 to 30 pips, or bank on a bigger trend, which would yield the distance of 1 to 2 times the daily ATR. Note that our intraday target can be found by measuring out the signal candle, while the bigger trend goal can be found by measuring out the target of a structure break to the downside. Since we only wanted to trade in the short direction this week, other good trade opportunities could have been found on Wednesday and on Thursday as well, both at the Bollinger Band zone. The next trading instrument that we want to look at is the German index DAX 40. On the monthly we can see a current ATR of 1070 points, according to which we will structure our worst case scenario in terms of risk. Now, let's have a look on the weekly chart. Here we can see a clear down thrust, which has started 2 weeks ago. Therefore the short side is preferred, and once the current week turns red, we want to trade with the short biased. Looking at the daily chart, we can see that a down thrust has started last Thursday, therefore we want to prefer the short side as well, even though the previous daily candle on Friday closed green. Looking into the smaller time frame, we can see a short signal, which was presented to us on Monday morning with the Frankfurt and London opening, after the price has touched the second Bollinger Band standard deviation. Since the weekly and daily chart pointed to the same direction, a trend occurred on the smaller time frames to the short side. The target of the trend could have been found by measuring out the signal candle. Lastly, this week, there was also a very good trading opportunity on GJ which we want to have a look at. First, we can observe that the current monthly ATR for GJ is about 780 pips. Next, let's have a look at the weekly chart. Here we can see a clear up thrust, which has started about 2 weeks ago. Looking at the daily, we can see a continuation of the daily thrust up, with the green candle close on Monday, at the beginning of this week. Now, we want to highlight the daily range of Monday and then look into the smaller time frames, to find good entry points, to go long with the bigger time frame biased. On the 1 hour time frame, we can see a stabilization, on Tuesday morning, at the Bollinger Band zone with the London opening. We can see a clear 1 hour engulfing signal presented to us in the London session. After that, a bigger trend move formed on the 1 hour chart in confluence with the bigger market biased. For the target, we can measure out the goal of the structure break to the upside. At YONAYIELD trading, we took this trade but also took partial profits on the position, when the opposite zone of the Bollinger Bands was reached, since most of the times, the markets are actually sideways and not trending. Great guys, that's all for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on any valuable upcoming trading insights. In the meantime, here are some other video recommendations for you. I catch you in the next one. Bye.